Hi, I'm Kevin Sharkey, Decorating Editorial Director at Martha Stewart Living.
And I'm Rebecca Robertson, Deputy Decorating Editor. Recently, we decided to take on a decorating challenge. We would each decorate the same room in a week.
First, we share our inspirations to make sure that our ideas won't overlap. I decided to go back to my decorating roots and create a garden room using classic decorating techniques.
I love graphic lines and bright colors, and I'm very inspired by art, so I decided to create a room that an artist would live in. We agree to look for a sofa we can share, so we head to Mitchell Gold, where we find a sofa with clean lines and a neutral color.
Then we each head off on our own for some power shopping. My first stop is Samuel & Sons. It's an amazing store with a vast selection of trims. I have swatch cards made so I can use them as reference tools, and then I'll return later to purchase the perfect trim. Now that I have lots of inspiration, I'm heading over to Home Depot. I'm imagining dark stained wood floors with rugs layered on top. I'm also looking for the perfect white paint for the woodwork. I make my last stop at Triage. It's my favorite garden antique emporium. I want to layer in the eccentric pieces, including those typically reserved for the garden. So I check in with my friend Howard Christian.
You and I discovered this downstairs, which I love.
This is a raku pot, and raku is an ancient Japanese type of pottery, and it's brought up to date with these sort of contemporary colors.
Nice to be able to come in and see just a million different things from obviously a million different places, and I know it's going to make my room the winner.
I hope so.
Years ago, I found a large handmade tapestry at a flea market. Now is my chance to use it. After selecting some paint swatches to go with the tapestry, I head to B&J Fabrics. I make a beeline to those with bright colors and geometric patterns. They let me swatch the fabrics so I can compose my final palette. The next big decision is a rug. A rug can be the largest piece of pattern or color in a room. Madeline Weinrib is one of my favorite sources for cotton and wool rugs. For me, a room always has to have storage. My big idea is to find ready-made cabinets with built-in shelves that can be altered. I meet with Randy at IKEA for his help.
The way that you've stacked these glass cabinets on top of each other really does give it that hutch feel. So it definitely feels more like a living room environment. When you put the glass in there, it really makes it look like a fantastic living room piece.
I also spend a lot of time researching and shopping online. I find a site that sells unpainted Victorian gingerbread for porch balusters. In discussing this with Tom Eberharder, our master woodworker, we realized that I can attach these balusters to the wall. I find punched MDF radiator cover material, which I'll adhere to the glass doors of the cabinets for a custom look.
I decide to get unfinished, ready-made bookcases, then work with Tom to make them look like they're custom-made millwork.
So we made a little pedestal for it called a plinth. That's this part right here.
Right.
The baseboard, this little section just to demonstrate.
Right.
It's going to wrap all the way around the room.
For the walls, I am using gingham-checked grasscloth wallpaper. And big surprise, the floral wallpaper is going on the ceiling. After days of planning, it's time for our rooms to come together. It's the day of the shoot, and that means waking up early to make it to the city's renowned flower market on 28th Street. Every room needs flowers and plants because they add life and color.
I have one last-minute project to complete. I line baker's trays with a fabric I've already designed, a bold zigzag pattern, then top them with plexiglass so they're suitable for drinks. The shoot day is a huge success. We love our rooms, and they're full of great decorating ideas.